This is the Bulls Chat podcast. I am Joe Malone, and we're with the head coach, the general manager of the North Iowa Bulls, Todd Sanden. Coach, good morning, and thank you for the time.
Good morning, Joe. Thank you.
So the Bulls snapped a 4-game losing streak with a win Saturday night over the Springfield Junior Blues. 6-2 was the final on Saturday. How good does it feel to get that behind you?
Yeah, you know it's going to be a roller coaster season in the North American League, so you're going to have stretches where you go through it like that, but it does feel great to get on the good side of things again. And quite honestly, I thought our guys played really well both nights. We just didn't create much puck luck on Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night was a 3-1 victory for Springfield, but as we had talked going into that game, that was a team that was hungry for a win. So you were expecting them to, all right, we got to throw it all out there.
Yeah, you know, both teams were in similar spots there in their last 5 games, so you knew that they were coming with a bunch of urgency.
Now, Saturday night, it was a 3-1 Bulls advantage after the first period, and then the Bulls kind of kept control of the game after that. A strong start has to make you a happy coach.
Well, you feel like you have an opportunity to win games when you have a great start. And quite honestly, our starts up and before last weekend haven't been great and probably have been a bit of the reason we haven't been successful in games. So getting that good start on Saturday night certainly was beneficial to our cause.
Now, speaking of good starts, the Bulls are only one of only 2 teams that is undefeated when scoring first. I believe 6-0 when the Bulls scored the first goal. The other teams had that happen twice. But is that a focus? Is that a conscious thing that you guys are talking about?
Well, I think when you're looking at that, it's how you start the game. So if you start the game with energy and focus and you're able to pop that first one, it's a huge advantage. Like it's a momentum swing, right, when you score first. So looking at it, I mean, it's something that we're trying to do every night. And I know it's a stat that we have tracked and told our kids about. So, I mean, hopefully they take into account that our chances are really good if we score first, and that's our goal.
Now, another thing that has been very good this year has been the power play. Both special teams actually are in the upper third of the NAHL. Let's focus on the power play more than the penalty kill here. You got Max Scott, 4 power play goals so far this season. Byron Hartley, 3 power play goals. Logan Dombrowski is an assist machine on the power play. That has to give you some confidence.
Yeah, you know, you're looking at those guys who are all veteran returning players, and Max and Logan are 3-year guys. So you expect those guys to lead some categories for you, but they've been really good on the power play through the start of the season, and hopefully that's a unit that can continue to be successful, because quite obviously special teams are a key to winning hockey games, and when you come on ahead, you win most nights.
Now, Hartley and Dombrowski both top 20 in points so far this season. And again, I guess kind of that same sort of leadership going through on 5-on-5 situations.
Yeah, of course. And those are guys that obviously they're in our top 6 forwards, so we lean on them heavily. But I'm certainly excited about the production and where they're at. And quite honestly, hopefully colleges are noticing too. These 2 guys, I think, are NCAA Division I hockey players.
Ah, and Dombrowski, hat trick last game. That's fun.
Yeah, that is. I mean, and he's a guy who once he gets going, like we would expect him to probably point every night. But as far as scoring goals, it's nice to see him get a hat trick and get it going.
Now, up next, Aberdeen. You saw them about a month ago. You're 2-0 against the Aberdeen Wings, and you're getting set for 4 in a row. 2 here in Mason City this Friday night and Saturday night, and then you go up to Aberdeen for the other end of that 4-game set. How are you matching up against Aberdeen?
You know what? I think here again, like we focus on what we want to do and the way we want to do it. I mean, obviously they're a team that's well coached, well structured, so we'll have to make sure that we have great starts in both games to hopefully get an opportunity to win them. But I think just focusing on our energy and our pace and not feeding their transition with turnovers is something that we need to focus on for success.
Yeah, every game in the division is a good game in the division. It is the most compact division in all of the NAHL. From last place to first place, there's not a lot of difference.
No, and you'll see the standings in the Central can flip flop in a month. So you really have to work hard to get points every week and to stay in the at least the middle of the mix there.
Now, this weekend, between, I think, all the teams that are playing, the Mohawks and the Bulls and Toros play on Sunday as well. It is kind of a salute to veterans this weekend. I know there's some special ticket offers for the Bulls for Veterans Day because everybody's on the road next weekend with Veterans Day on Friday. And I guess just a shout out to active duty and retired veterans as well.
Yeah, and both my father and my father-in-law are veterans. So, I mean, we understand in our family that the sacrifice and service that is necessary and provided for our country to be what it is, and we certainly appreciate the efforts of all involved in the services.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
That's Head Coach Todd Sanden joining us on the Bulls Chat podcast.